Dollywood is in the middle of expansion and building another adventure inside the park.
It's called Wildwood Grove and it's set to open in May. 10 News reporter Sean Franklin got a tour of the construction site and gives us a behind-the-scenes look.
We are getting a glimpse at the future of Dollywood here. They're opening an entirely new section of the park called Wildwood Grove.
It's a $37 million project spread across 5 acres. Dollywood hopes to open the new expansion in May. The attractions are geared toward families, taking them to an imaginary place alongside the main character, Rebecca. You can follow her as she discovers new adventures with rides like Dragon Flyer and the main draw, the Wildwood Grove tree. The tree will be nearly 50 feet tall, with a canopy stretching over the park. The art director for the project, Patrick Brennan, says he wants to mix the Smoky Mountains with Dolly Parton and a little imagination.
It's just fun. That's what it was all about. So I think as you experience the park yourself and the land yourself, you'll feel that. You'll feel what we were trying to do.
Brennan says they used Dolly as an inspiration for the design. He says Wildwood Grove will also include a water play area for kids, an indoor play area, and a ride featuring Benjamin Bear.
Brennan told me that he feels the future of Dollywood is really strong. They've got tons more events and layers of plans that they're planning to reveal here in the next couple of years that he's really excited about. We'll send it back to you.
More to come certainly from Dolly and all her crews. Up next, the Vols less than an hour from